Welcome to another week, everyone. It's your friend Ryan Rolfe with the Dsmsold team at Keller Williams Legacy Group here in Des Moines in Central Iowa, and it's Monday, so it's time for another episode of Monday Market Update. If you've watched the last few, you have seen me talking about inventory and inventory rising. So this year over last year, we are actually seeing quite a bit of an increase in resale homes for sale. So 40% more resale homes, so existing homes, not the new construction homes. That's just single family. We also are seeing more existing condo and townhomes. So while new construction isn't really adding a ton of inventory, they're just kind of replenishing as things sell. We are seeing quite a bit of an increase in resale homes, which means more options for buyers and potentially more competition for you if you are selling. We are getting pretty close to that 4,000 homes on the market number that we have not been at since, I believe, 2019 was the last time we hit that number. We just were over 3,900 as of late yesterday when we pulled the data. Price reductions are also trending up over 2024, so those are quite a bit above. So a lot more price reductions, and again, that comes down to, I feel as though a lot of folks that we meet with maybe don't understand that the market has changed as much as it has. The market's still good, don't get me wrong there. Home prices are appreciating. However, we're not seeing the multiple offers and all of the things that we saw during COVID where appreciation was much higher. We're seeing much more average appreciation. So far this year versus last year, the average sale price was a little bit above $288,000. So far this year, we're at $290,000. So just up just a slight bit. So more of that normal 1 to 4% is what we're seeing and likely to see. I still think there will be a little bit of appreciation in homes this year versus depreciation or anything like that. So home prices probably aren't going to change. If rates came down, that would certainly change things as well. And, maybe there would be more appreciation or home prices would go up, fewer homes available, so on and so forth. But doesn't look like that is going to happen, at least now. That could happen later in the year, but nobody has a crystal ball. So with that being said, looking at this year is really more of a normal real estate year. So average days on market is trending up a little bit. We're at 19 days. Now that's everything, all price points. So as you go up, as you look between different price points, that will change in different areas, so on and so forth. And then we're probably in the next, I would say probably mid-June, unless the market rates really change or something were to happen there, I would guess that we will probably hit that 4,000 homes on the market. Now, that's not a bad thing. That's actually, again, that's more availability for all folks that are out looking, so it helps buyers and sellers. Really, it's, how are we coming onto the market? What are we doing when we step onto the market to make our property stand out amongst the competition? And a lot of that is pricing. So we're seeing a lot more price reductions because we're pricing things maybe a little bit closer where they potentially could have sold last year, maybe even the year before, and we're having to reduce those prices because things aren't moving as quickly, or we need to get from point A to point B, right? So pricing ahead of the market, pricing slightly ahead of all of the competition, making sure that your home stands out more as a seller, still going to get you the most money, because the quicker we're able to sell your home, if we're able to sell your home in that 0 to 14 days range, no price reductions, that's where you're going to get the highest value for your home. That's what we would consider the market value. And then after that, up until 90 days, we're at retail value, which is slightly lower, still above 90%. It's about 94% when you were in that 15 to 90 days range. So if you're selling, take that in mind. And if you've got questions about how you can make your home stand out, we are, of course, always here to assist with that. And as a buyer, it's great for you because right now you've got more options. So again, there still could be in some of the lower price points, multiple offer situations, not seeing that nearly as much, and yet it is happening. So certainly some homes may see that. Generally speaking, though, most homes are more of that normalized market. They're sitting on the market a little bit, getting an offer, negotiating, maybe getting fairly close to the list price. All of that, again, being dependent on the property itself and the location and many other factors as well. But for both buyers and sellers, it can be a really good time right now with the time of the year being a great market for sellers and for buyers having all of the available options. So this weekend, we saw 221 new homes come on the market. 137 homes went into pending or under contract status, meaning they got an accepted offer. And 175 homes sold and closed and got to welcome their new owners. So that is this week's episode of Monday Market Update. If you've got questions, as always, feel free to reach out. Always here to assist and answer any questions you might have about home buying, selling, or anything in between. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye.